All right, let's move to the second fear. It's my favorite one and the most hated one. So the next type of fear is the one we so often encounter when it comes to fun or dating. But in trading, it can cost you a great amount of money. So, hello, this is FOMO, fear of missing out. I'm sure we all know FOMO. I spoke a lot about FOMO in my free ebook, 11 Mistakes That Ruin Your Trading Account. And you can see the link in the chat, okay, for the book. If you want to have the book, you can download it. So in the past 3 years, I spoke to so many traders who had lost tens and hundred thousands of dollars, and mostly because of FOMO. When they were trading meme stocks like GME, AMC, BBBY, and God bless those who made money with them, but there is a bigger amount of people they actually lost, or FOMOing into shitcoins and speculative growth stocks. And I spoke to people who completely ruined their lives and they lost majority of their savings. It still gives me goosebumps, guys, to imagine their situation. Really, it's very sad. And I consider FOMO one of the worst fears that is out there around trading, because one thing is to never start trading and, just, okay, you're missing out on making more money in the markets, or having a fear and selling your profits too early. But with FOMO, you just oversize, you buy for really high prices and you buy very speculative stuff, and then you can lose a lot of money, okay? You can lose all of your money. So when you have FOMO, guys, you want to be where the cool cats are. You want to be in the right trending trade where everyone is printing money like all the other traders. You feel FOMO, especially when your stocks that you researched and you plan to trade are not moving at all, right? It sometimes happens. You have your chart ready, you want to trade your stocks, and they don't do jack squat. So, and then you see these stocks that are moving like crazy. So yeah, you get FOMO. And since you're a trader, you need to trade, right? So you might hop on the next trade, believing that you will make money, although you're totally late to the party and missed your entry. So, or maybe you have gotten partially filled and you really, really want to rush to get more shares for less favorable prices, or you size in too heavily because every mom and pops is making money, so you want to get rich quick. Possibilities for FOMO and even YOLO into trades are endless. And it doesn't matter which one of those are more common for you, but FOMO is a bad friend to have that is forcing you to take trades outside of your system, outside of your plan and your strategy. And you shouldn't be taking those trades, but the feeling of fear of missing out is stronger, and you're unable to control your emotions and to think clearly in this panic mode. Yeah, you are in a panic mode when you have FOMO. So if you're in a situation like this, do a FOMO check, please. Here are some signs of FOMO, okay? Lack of focus. You can't stay focused on the sectors and stocks that you researched pre-market. Second, you're late to the party. You feel like the party or big moves are happening everywhere else but in your stocks, your portfolio, and everyone is making money but you. Number 3, hyperfocus. You're hyperfocused, nervous, breathing too fast when you see that flying stock and you want to hop on the ride of that stock, or that's maybe discussed on Reddit or Twitter or Wall Street Bets, who knows. And by the way, Twitter and social media are the worst for FOMO, because when I see the posts of like, oh my God, this stock is up and I made so much money, I always take it with a grain of salt, because oftentimes people posting about those stocks and rallies are not even in that position. Just keep it in mind. Number 4, adrenaline rush. You can feel adrenaline pumping in your body and you might be sweating and have elevated heart rate. That's a sign of FOMO. It's not a good sign when you're trading. And 5, panic. You have a panicky feeling and want to make rush decisions without having a plan. These are all recipe for disaster, guys. All those 5, not good around trading. So what can you do about this? First, you don't want to try to get rid of FOMO, because quite frankly, we cannot get rid of emotions. It doesn't work. Like, we will have emotions because we are humans. But what you want to work on, you want to rather learn how to not react to FOMO. So how do I do this, Leah? You might ask. It's easier said than done. I know. Emotions are really difficult to deal with, but I have got some tips for you. Number 1, don't let your emotions build up to the point that you cannot control them. So stop yourself from taking irrational decisions. It is important to recognize when those emotions are starting to build up before they are so huge that you can't manage them. So some situations when this happens are nervousness accumulates when you're trying to take a trade, but you can't find the setup for a day. Or maybe for days, you're not having a good luck to find something that you like. Or maybe you're trying to take a breakout, which turns to be a fake out multiple times, or you buy a dip that keeps dipping. Also, you might be in a losing streak, in a drawdown that can mentally drain you. Like you can be losing money every day. You can have a bad luck for a week or two. Nerves and anxiety increase, and one can even become angry. This can be happening over days or weeks until you're totally overwhelmed. But then it's too late, you know, and some people might be using stock market for entertainment. Like some people just love, like it's a roller coaster ride for them. They have no relationship to risk management. In any case, it's important to be aware of this escalation, okay? If you feel frustrated, your emotions are negative around your trading, or you had multiple days losing trades, trade less, guys. For example, if your rule is to take 2 trades in a day, and if you lose on the first one, you're still able to take the second one. If you're in this situation when you feel like your emotions are just too much and you're too nervous, you're on a losing streak, just change it. You know, in these times, just take 1 trade. If that trade is losing, just call it a day, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself, and you already are overwhelmed. So you want to make sure that you want to stop this anxiety and negative emotions, because they will intensify and cause you to escalation of FOMO. Second, find the real cause of FOMO, guys. FOMO is a very wide range of emotion. It's not very specific, to be honest. So the best way to put it is you have FOMO because you feel like you will never have the opportunity to do certain things. Basically, you strongly believe that this is the last great trade that you can take in your lifetime. Despite your logical mind knowing that the market is full of opportunity everywhere, your emotion take over your rational mind, and you will take a trade forcefully, believing this is the last chance. And that's FOMO in short, right? The key here is always remind yourself that you will have more opportunities, and this one missed trade doesn't matter. Write this down, guys, and literally leave it sticking out next to your computer, leave it on your table. It's like surfers, you know? Surfers know this really well. Perfect waves will come around again. Don't change the one you missed. This way you can stop FOMO, or at least avoid the chance that FOMO intensifies. FOMO can be also based on a lack of confidence or anger. So you can be angry and feel like you need to make back your losses, so you FOMO into trades. It can also come from some type of perfectionism, because where you beat yourself up if you don't catch every move and maximize every profit. So be nice to yourself, guys, and know that perfectionism doesn't exist in trading. And if you lack your confidence and you just go into a trade the moment the market opens, because you have this FOMO feeling that, oh my God, I don't want to feel stupid, like I'm never taking any trades, you know, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Or you feel like embarrassed that you are not in a trade and all your friends are in a trade. So that could also cause you FOMO. And, you know, give this some thought, guys. Really write down what may be driving your fear of missing out. What is the base for your FOMO? It can be linked to something existential. Maybe it's out of boredom, or you don't believe in yourself and negatively hypnotize yourself into believing that you suck. Just write things down, and maybe missing out on profits for your ego feels like you are losing. That's also something that you could consider. You might have self-esteem issues while you're seeing others making money, thinking you're not good enough. You see where I'm getting here? Like FOMO is an umbrella term, and once it's analyzed properly, the root can come from somewhere else. And if you want to fight it and manage it, you need to know the real cause and work on it. Again, always have your notepad ready and write down what you feel when you're experiencing signs of FOMO while you're trading. Remember the 5 mentioned signs, briefly repeat them for you: lack of focus, hyperfocus, later to the party, adrenaline rush, and panic. Write down your feelings and your thought processes when this is happening, and hopefully you can determine the real cause of FOMO so you can work on eliminating them, guys. Number 3, last one, that's an actionable step for you to protect your money in real time. Close the charts. You might feel FOMO and be upset you're not in a certain stock, seeing it moving, yet you keep staring at the stock chart, getting even angrier. But when you do that, you're staring at it and getting more angrier. You might buy it at some point or sell it if you want to short, right? Like in past weeks, 2 weeks ago, I totally missed AMD trade. I traded for like one day, just a day trade, and I had a plan to swing trade, but I sold it at the end of the day. And then I just watched it for 2 or 3 days to rally to insanity. If you guys saw Nvidia and AMD, the FOMO was real. Like I was so upset with myself, but I haven't reacted to that. Sure, I could have bought much higher. I could have just YOLO and say, "Ooh, yeah, let me buy." Yeah, maybe I would make money because the stock really went up like 3 days crazy. But the risk to reward was not there. I was simply too late and I did not want to just buy something out of the blue. So after many years of trading and thousands of hours I've spent observing the trading and stocks and trading, I can manage my FOMO pretty well. I don't trade when it's too late and I miss my entry or my setup. I just don't. This is a strict rule I have because it cost me a lot of money in the past, and I do not make rush decisions when any of the above signs are present. So if you feel upset about missing a trade, close the chart, guys, take a walk, rest for a bit, or look for another opportunity in the stock market. There is so much to trade. But do this once you feel calmer. When you come back from the break, from little walk or have lunch, and you feel like you're calm, go and look for another opportunity. If you still feel upset, then just don't trade. And a good tip is when you're calmer and you want to actually practice to work on your FOMO, and you feel calmer, you go there, you open the chart, for example, that AMD chart, you look at it and you said, oh man, it's up $7 on a share. But look at it and practice to not care, to be impartial about the price. Tell yourself maybe it's these words, which I really love. It's okay. I will have many more opportunities in the next days and weeks to catch the right move. And I'm genuinely happy for those who caught this one. It's a good practice of gratitude and positive thinking, guys. It's really nice of you.